Don't think at the beginning of your journey of your work-life balance. You have to work and you have to work hard and think only about the work. Trust me, after a while, when things settle, you will be much more happy, much more content, much more balanced human being.
Work-life balance does not exist.
At the beginning, no. I give my mobile number to all customers. I ask my people in the stores, anyone who comes ask for my mobile number, you give it to him.
Oh, wow.
You never say no.
Today's guest is Toufic Kreidieh, the man who built a billion-dollar empire by selling what others couldn't. He's the founder of Brands for Less, a company that turned discount retail into a lifestyle across the Middle East. In this episode, we uncover 3 things you probably never heard from a retail founder: how turning waste into opportunity made Brands for Less a billion-dollar business, why Toufic believes success can destroy you faster than failure, and the real story behind his deal in America retail giant TJX, and what it means for the future of retail in the Middle East. Toufic, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. I'm curious, what year did you came to Dubai?
Came first in 1992.
To Dubai?
Yes, as an employee, and then moved back to Beirut with a company that is from Dubai, and worked there also in that company for 3 years. Meanwhile, we started the Brands for Less concept in Beirut.
How was Dubai like in 1992? We didn't have Dubai Marina, we didn't have
There was
skyscrapers,
nothing.
we didn't have
There was
GLT, we didn't have Dubai Mall.
There was nothing. There was mainly Dera and Dubai area, and Sheikh Zayed Road, which was a very, there were like 3 or 4 buildings only on Sheikh Zayed Road, up to Abu Dhabi. The road between Dubai and Abu Dhabi was 2 lanes only.
Again, it's really hard for me to imagine now comparing like only 1992. But what drove you to move from Lebanon to here?
You know, Dubai, from the beginning, first of all, I wanted to go out of Lebanon. So the idea, always the perception that we have when we are in Lebanon, due to the war that we've been through, and we like to migrate. The Lebanese people, they go hand by hand with migration. So you're always looking into going outside, and that's why you have this huge number, the Lebanese diaspora all around the world. So we're always looking for opportunity, and I was one of the people looking for opportunity. And I said, the first opportunity is gonna come, I'm gonna leave the country. Went to Saudi Arabia for 1 year, and then moved here to Dubai.
And now you created Brand for Less, which is $1.2 billion company. But again, how did you start? Why did you had a comfortable job and you decide, hey, let me start one of the most hardest businesses ever, which is e-commerce, especially in this region where we didn't have no infrastructure at that time as well?
Yeah, actually, I was even at the top management position when I quit my job because I believed in this. And it all has to do with the mindset. My mindset is a mindset of an entrepreneur rather than an employee. So the idea was, I have to start something on my own. I have to start my own business. And I was looking for the idea. And the idea came, during one of the trips to the United States, saw a concept of off-price. It was called Filene's Basement, out from Boston. And we said, me and my partner Yasser, we said, who's, by the way, my best friend, we said, listen, there is nothing like this in our part of the world. I think, and we believe that there is a need for something like this. Let's bring this to this part of the world. And we started back in 1996, our first store in Beirut.
But can you take me like the early days? What's your early entrepreneurial aspirations or experiences that hinted at the success would you later achieve?
No, the whole idea is that what we are looking for is we are looking for a demand from customers that no one is catering for. And we found the off-price channel as a business, something very much new to our part of the world. And we said, okay, listen, this is our chance to bring this to Beirut, especially that, in Lebanon was coming out from the civil war. There was a lot of brand recognition, but still there's no availability or representation of most of the brands. So the people know about the brand, but they cannot get it.
But before founding Brands for Less, you had significant leadership position in Ajman Free Zone, Gulf Oil. And what are the key takeaways or pivotal moments from these roles that later applied to your own venture?
So every day, you are in the workplace,
Yeah.
no matter if you are an employee or you are an entrepreneur, you learn new things. And when you start always, when you are fresh graduate, you don't have the real experience in life. So you go into employment, you try to gather the experience, and as they call it, with other people's money, you learn, you get some experience, and then you say, okay, listen, when is the right time to make the shift and go and start my own business, whereby I can put all my potential, I can put all my energy in something that's 100% for me.
And now I want to hear the story of Brands for Less. I heard that $10,000 and you went in the garage in
Yes.
the middle of somewhere.
Yes.
And is it true, the story?
Yes. Actually, the garage was in Beirut.
Okay.
In one of the outskirts of Beirut, which is Us, it's called in Beirut. And we started in an underground parking. We had $10,000, me and my partner Yasser. At that time, we were trying to do this on the side because we really needed to maintain our employment status because we needed the salaries. But we said, okay, let's start, let's try and see where it goes. And that's how it started. We had only $10,000. We put them together and we opened the first store. Now, it was a very basic store. We had to buy from wholesalers from different areas, and slowly, things progressed, whereby I left my job, Yasser left his job, and we became full-timers.
You guys don't come from this industry. How do you know which wholesalers to get? How did you get inventory in the early days?
You ask. It was difficult at the beginning. There was no real internet at that time. But, with time, you start asking, you start trying, you start going, exploring. The idea is there. We want to implement this idea. And, if you keep on trying, you're going to reach somewhere for sure.
And as an off-price, why brands and retailers do not consider you as competitors? Why would they sell you stuff?
They do consider me as retailers. The whole idea is that you have to play on the gap in terms of supply and demand. So what you have to do is, or what we used to do, or what we still do until today, is we procure our merchandise from retailers, distributors, even reaches a point whereby you are at a level you deal directly with the brands. You go and procure this product from different markets, and you sell it in countries where parallel import is allowed.
Okay.
And it's a game of moving merchandise that is not sold in one area to another area.
What is parallel import again?
Parallel import it means like there are the direct or direct channels of importing from the brand to the distributor.
Yeah.
And you are going and buying the merchandise from a different distributor, let's say in a different country, and bringing it to this area.
So a brand X, let's say, if here they're selling $200, you can get it $100 and sell it $120.
No, the idea is that exclusivities are not there anymore because the whole world is going into a free trade atmosphere.
Yeah.
So today, let's say you go and you have a store for X brand, and you opened a store for X brand, and you're getting the merchandise directly from the company coming to you. There's no more something called exclusivities. Anyone can go as long as it is genuine product. Mm-hmm. You can go and you can acquire this product or this brand from anywhere worldwide and bring it and sell it at your store.
And the BFL Group expanded beyond just the original Brands for Less to include concepts like Toys for Less, Homes for Less.
Yes.
And what was the strategic thinking behind this diversification, and how did these different brands complement each other?
Again, strategic thinking was very simple. We wanted to create a concept that caters for specific need in the market. It started all with something called Toys for Less. Mm-hmm. And the idea that, people like to go for gifting, like to really pamper their kids, and they are paying very high ticket for the branded toys. So we said, okay, we're going to create this concept whereby it's a destination for people who are going to shop for gifts and for people who are going to pamper their kids with a lot of toys. So this store sells branded toys at very much discounted prices. So the idea is to create these specialty stores to more promote that we have these items also in the regular stores of Brands for Less. So in the Brands for Less, you will find these categories are all over. And at the same time, if you want to go with a specific mission to go and buy toys, you go to Toys for Less.
And 996, you started your first store. After a few years in Lebanon, you had 3 stores. And then you had a meeting with your best friend, Yasser, like, hey, let's go to the UAE.
Yes.
How did this decision came about?
No, actually, I was at that time still in employment. And the company moved me back to Dubai because it's a UAE company. So they moved me back to Dubai. When I came to Dubai, I called up Yasser and said, Yasser, listen, let's just start and open the store in Dubai. So Yasser stayed in Beirut. I went to the bank, took 150,000 dirhams, which is $40,000, put up my resignation next day, opened the first store, and we started in Dubai.
You have a big risk appetite. That's very risky. A personal loan.
Yes, it was a personal loan. Really, it was very risky, extremely risky.
Do you advise other entrepreneurs to do the same?
I would advise always to calculate the risk, but sometimes it differs from one person to another. It depends on your responsibilities, commitments, aspiration, risk appetite. It's a mix of all.
And what was the difference between the market in Lebanon, Beirut, and when you first opened here in UAE?
In the UAE, it's a little bit more of a diversified market, more of a multinational culture. And in Dubai, you will be able to really test all nationalities' reaction to the concept. And Dubai will give you more in terms of feedback on what you are doing. And you will know how to really cater for different nationalities, different tastes, but at the same time, probability of getting the item sold is much higher because of the different taste of people.
So there's a problem that we struggle with in the startup space, which is it's really hard to build brand loyalty in Dubai because a lot of people come and go and a lot of expats. But Brands for Less has a really good brand name. Even people who come here new to the region, they know, okay, let's go for Brands for Less. They have like really good stuff, have the price. How do you guys think about branding?
Yeah, because when we started at the beginning, we started in street locations. And in street locations, you are talking more to the local population, to the people who are residing in the country. When you go to the malls, you are more targeting the foreigners, the visitors, the tourists, which happened at a later stage. It was not by choice. It was by default because at the beginning, when we started, it was very difficult to get into the mall. And later on, when we went into the malls, we were able to really cater to the tourists. So we became a household brand. People knew about us. We became part of Dubai and the story of Dubai and the growth of Dubai. So today we consider Brands for Less as a Dubai brand.
And I always wondered, I mean, Brands for Less, what does the company do? It's written in the name. Why did you choose this name?
Exactly. Actually, it was my partner. He chose the name. I was confused and I was thinking because when we started in Beirut, we were operating under another name. It was called Cost Plus. And then when I came to Dubai, I called Yasser. I said, Yasser, I want to start a new name. And we were talking brands. The word brands was always circulating. And, we were on the phone and he said, why don't you call it Brands for Less? I say, wow, it really tells the whole story, Brands for Less. So we started here, Brands for Less store. That's why I say it's a Dubai born brand, Brands for Less, because the first time it was here. And then after a while, we changed the name in Beirut to become Brands for Less also.
And even the logo, if I showed the logo to someone does not live here, he would not guess it's like a e-commerce, a clothing company.
Yeah.
So why even this logo as well?
We always look into saving money on customers.
Okay.
We associate our brand with the smile.
True.
And even our loyalty program, it's a smile. You don't earn points, you earn smiles. And the smile has been part of our branding from day one, and we continue practicing this even with our customer service.
At 100%. Even when I go to the store, I always the customer service people always make me put at ease. They always make me feel very comfortable, and you can see this. It's very important part of the culture of the whole company.
Yes.
But your leadership style is very interesting. You have a personal motto, which is when you have enough dreams to run after, you will always have enough time to fulfill them.
Yes.
How does this philosophy influence your leadership style and your approach to business challenges?
It's very simple. As long as you have a long-term objective that is already there, always in front of you, and you're focused on it, you have your 5 years, you have your 10 years plan, where you want this company to reach. You work on the short-term plans, but always keep focused on your long-term plan and how close you're getting towards it.
And you have been recognized as one of the top influential retail leader in the Middle East and Africa. What do you believe are the key qualities of an effective leadership in today's dynamic retail landscape?
I believe it's not only in retail, and this applies on all businesses. Okay. I believe in two things. Being honest is very important, and create this culture of honesty all around your people. And second thing is always, you are the leader, yes, but try always to empower your people, to create a team that you can really trust, and try to lead them from behind. So I believe this style of management is much more effective, much more solid, and much more long-lasting.
But how do you... Brands for Less, even people who work there preparing for this interview, you guys have a very specific culture. How do you enforce this culture? Not just writing things down and putting, hey, these are our values, you have to respect it. How do you ingrain these cultures into the employees every day?
Actually, we write our values. We train our people on our values. We remind people, if you go to our office, if you are more than welcome to come, you will see on the walls, wherever it is, you'd see our values there on the walls. We try to remind our people always with the values, and we train them. We make sure that this becomes a constitution of the whole company, and that this constitution that governs the whole institution that is running on daily basis. Yes, we are running after profit. We're running after, everyone is running after his KPIs. Everyone is running after his reward, his bonus, etc. But it's part of the ecosystem.
And how do you inspire people and rally them across a certain vision? My own startup, when we first got funding, everyone was very excited, but then this energy momentum kind of dipped. How can you pick this momentum up again?
It's every year we have new targets, new milestones that everyone is looking forward to achieve. The company is growing continuously, and especially we have lately went into partnership with the most leading off-price retailer in the world, which really has created a lot of excitement all across the board, especially when you are a partner with a Fortune 100 company. And when you have this stamp of approval that you are the right partner, that you are the partner that you know what you are doing in this part of the world, this created a lot of excitement for the people, that everything that they have done for the past few years really was fruitful, and they really paid back. And today, with this partnership, they're looking into a much more exciting goals to go for in the future.
Can you describe me what happened when this partnership was public? How was the team's reaction?
No, actually, a big part of the team was working on this transaction. And the transaction didn't happen in 24 hours. Of course, it was announced one day. But, there were a lot of teamwork that has been taking place in the background. We were preparing for it. The excitement was unbelievable because, it was, we believe that this was a great achievement that has been done by a company, a local company from Dubai, from the Middle East, being put on the world map, getting into partnership with such a company.
And innovation seems to be a key aspect of Brands for Lens strategy. Can you share some example of how you fostered the culture of innovation within the company?
We were one of the first people who really implemented a lot of automation in our processes. You will go into our fulfillment center. We were the first company that really banked and invested in robotics, especially today with the technology and the progress that's happening today. We had our own mini AI that has been created internally in our legacy system. And today, with the presence of all of this AI technology, we're adopting and adapting to all these new technologies that are coming. We're implementing it in our business to bring our business to a new heights.
So you, Toufic, the founder of Mom's World, Mona, Ronnie, founder of Souk.com, we look at you guys as the originals because you guys did not have a lot of funding or VC money, and you were very scrappy in the sense you got ahead, just did whatever available here. From where does this come from, and why we no longer have like those leaders nowadays?
No, I tell you something. It's not a matter of some people better than other people. That's not the case. The whole fact is that when we started, we didn't have the tools that people have today. So we had to work with the tools that were available at that time. So it's not a matter of which implies that you should have had more resilience and more patience. The issue today is, if you compare it to today's entrepreneurs, lots of them, they don't have the patience.
I was at a meeting with an entrepreneur yesterday, and he launched his startup 4 months ago, and he was asking for a $2 million funding.
I'm telling you, we started. I remember we started in 1996. Dubai first operation was in year 2000. It was only in 2005, I remember, when I got the first facility of 700,000 dirham. $200,000.
That's nothing.
I couldn't sleep that night. Now today everything is much faster. Everyone wants to do it much faster. It's a different mindset.
And after several years of really hard work, you decided to sell 35% for $360 million.
Yes.
That's a big achievement.
Yes.
Why eventually? How does the whole thing came about?
No, you know how transactions take place. There is a company, there's a valuation of a company. The company was studied and due diligence was made, and it was valued by TJX, which is he's the number one in this field, at $1.2 billion.
That's unicorns.
Yes. So yes, it was a unicorn, or it is still a unicorn, and we were looking into a strategic partner, and who can you get better strategic than TJ themselves? So they came and acquired 35% of the company.
And as employees, they must have been validated that someone like this partner came and acquired their company. And for us, like, they were legit. We made it.
Of course. It was a big celebration.
And how does the team reacted to this?
What can I tell you? How they reacted? The same way I reacted. The same way everyone reacted. We were very excited, very happy. And this really, it excites them that, they are part of something that is much bigger, and going from a local, into a regional, into a global.
There's something we touch upon it, which is, in your view, what's the role of the customer satisfaction play on the long-term success of a retail business, and what strategies did Brands for Less employ to ensure positive customer experience?
Now, customer experience is the epicenter of the epicenter. Today is everything is about your customer, and everything is about the satisfaction of this customer, because these customers are the people who put the food on our tables. So today we train our people to deal with these people, because the customer, he always has the choice to go somewhere else. So how you're going to retain this customer? It's not only how you're going to sell this customer, how I'm going to retain him. What about the customer experience? How we're going to evaluate his experience, how we're going to make it better. So it's a 24/7 job. Is always looking into the feedback of the customers, being there on the ground with the customers, listening to their complaints, listening to their suggestions, and trying to follow, listening, touching base with what do they want, what product, what price, what complaint they have, everything. Everything circulates about over or around our customers. And this is always our focal point, from people who are dealing on daily basis with them up to the people who are in the office that are supposed to support these frontliners to service the customers in a better way.
I love how you're so customer obsessed, and this is something I'm trying to do with my own startup. Unfortunately, my product managers, they like to build something in a separate island, and I always need to push them to go and start meeting customers. And can you coach this habit by telling people, hey, go and interview customers, ask customers, and get their feedback?
You manage by example. When they see you as a business owner on the ground, going from one store to another, giving your I give my mobile number to all customers. I ask my people in the stores, anyone who comes ask for my mobile number, you give it to him.
Oh, wow.
You never say no. So this, when you manage by example, and you give this example to your people will follow your lead.
So I should interview customers as well, even as a manager.
You should communicate more with the customer. You should listen to them. You should listen to their complaints.
And through my research, I found that you teach a very interesting class, building and growing your business. What are some of the most crucial lessons you aim to impart on aspiring entrepreneurs?
Today, I went through this experience, which was a lovely experience. Today, what we are trying to do, or what I am trying to do, is simply we're trying to inspire. We're trying to tell or give a message for the young entrepreneurs who are starting their business. We're trying to give them hope. We're trying to encourage them to chase their dreams, and trying to tell them that if I was able to make it, you can also make it.
And why this is important to you? Just keep working and keep making more money.
Because at the end of the day, when God gives you this or open this door for you, I'm sure there is a reason behind it. And there are lots of reasons behind it. When God opens this door for you, it means, He chose you for a reason. He chose you because, not only for you, because you are a representation that you might pass this knowledge to other people. You might pass even the money to other people through charity, through helping other people. So it's a different way that I look into things. I look into things from that perspective. Some people might look at it of over philosophy, but I believe there's a reason always for goodness that's happening to you.
And you coach a lot of founders, and you're in Shark Tank, you invest, and you coach them as well. And what is the most common mistakes that you found here for founders or business owners?
Lack of patience.
That's the problem with my entire generation.
Yes. They want the fast route. They want things yesterday. I don't believe that this is the right way. Some people might get lucky, yes, but it's the chances are very low. I think your chances go much higher if you have long-term planning and you be patient, be resilient, and you just work so hard into achieving your short-term goals and your long-term goals.
And I was counting the employees of Brands for Less. There are 360.
In the head office here,
Yes.
yes. We're total now, like employees, we're 3,500 plus, including the stores and including the warehouses and everything.
How do you sleep
But
at
we have
night?
360, very comfortable. No,
I
really.
have 40 and I'm dying.
No, I will tell you
MashaAllah.
again, you have to create the team. You have to believe in your people.
Sure.
You create this team and you lead from behind. Let them lead. Let them make mistakes. No problem. They will learn from your mistakes. They will learn from their mistakes. And, all what you have to do is to show them the correction measures, how to do it right next time. Don't go and make an issue how they made the mistake. Because, you were there or I was there. I made these mistakes before. So this is normal.
Hiring middle managers are always very, very tricky. When you're hiring like an executive, what are the things that you look for?
First of all, we always give priority to upgrade the people that we have.
Oh, I love that.
Instead of bringing people from outside by parachute. But of course, the dynamics of the business sometimes force you to go and bring people from outside. The most important thing is more than the experience, more than everything is the character. Is this person as a human being, his values match or are matching with the values of your company, which is our values as founders? And this is the first tick that we go for. Second, is this person coming here for a very short term, just, waiting, going to live paycheck to paycheck, or someone who's really wants to grow? So growth and the willingness to grow, I think, is the most important thing. Even if he has some gaps in his previous experience, no problem. The most important thing is to have people who want to really grow in this company.
So the things that you hire for is one, attitude, someone that have similar values to the company,
Yes.
and have a growth mindset.
Yes.
You're not hiring someone for 6 months. You're hiring someone for
Yes.
God knows how many years.
And that's why we have a lot of employees that have been working in our company 20 plus years.
Which is very rare in Dubai, by the way.
Yes.
And reflecting back on your journey, Brands for Less, over the past decades, what are you most proud of achieving?
We're proud that we were able solely to introduce the civilization of off-price, to introduce this concept of off-price, the treasure hunt experience, to explain it to the people, to save money on customers. And our biggest, what we take pride of is the being partners with one of the leading off-price retailers in the world that we have achieved lately. In addition, keeping this family-oriented culture inside the company.
What do you mean family-oriented culture?
We don't treat employees as employees. We treat them as family members.
So this is, for me, very tricky. When I tried to have a co-founder as a best friend, eventually things did not go well. And when I hear you always talk about Yasser, that he's your best friend and a co-founder, how can you set boundaries and to know when to distribute responsibilities?
There's no boundaries between us.
It's like marriage.
It's more than marriage, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, because in marriage there is an option of divorce, but in this there is no option of divorce, because in marriage you might have 3, 4, 5 children that will be affected. In this marriage you have 3,500 people. You understand me? No one is going to take the risk of 3,500 people. So it's a lifetime commitment together. So we align, of course, because we know each other very well. We complement each other because we are totally opposite in character. One is very risk taker, the other one is conservative. Always we end up with a happy middle solution.
I heard the advice when there is two co-founders, it's better to have someone as a tiebreaker. Usually when you guys disagree or have like a minor conflict or challenge, who usually acts as a tiebreaker?
Well, there's no tiebreaker.
Oh,
We
man.
don't go. There's no tiebreaker. Trust me. The relationship is so old. We've been together since you were 12 years old.
MashaAllah.
You're talking 40 plus years of friendship, seeing each other on every day, reading the thoughts and the mind of each other.
And that's amazing. And for founders who are looking for co-founders, what do you advise the things that they need to look for?
Don't look for someone who will agree with you on everything. You need the opposite character. Trust me. You don't need someone who will go with you, whereby you will go to them, or you'll be heading for a mistake, and he will encourage you, and you will be there stuck with it, both of you. Instead, get someone with a totally different mindset in terms of management style, problem solving.
And how has the retail industry evolved since you first started? And what are some of the biggest trends that you see shaping the future?
We've been here since the brick and mortar was the only way for a customer to buy a product. We're still here when the online came and started eating part of that business. And we're going to be here when the AI comes and change our life in the future. So the most important thing is to cope with the changes and be pioneer in adapting and adopting the new changes, new technological changes, and use them to your favor, instead losing market share.
And hats off to you. You've always been very adaptable. And one of the things I was talking about you, which is as a CEO or the founder, you adopted social media and you even became borderline content creator as well. And this is still here in the region. It's very rare to have someone that adopts social media. Why did you do it in the first place?
I told you, it was by coincidence. It was a chance.
Sure.
Someone asked me, and I'm a person who likes to take a risk. I'm a risk taker. I like to, do things outside the box, think outside the box, act outside the box, always. This is my character. And when someone told me, let's do this, and it was a great success. So, it's no brainer. It's free marketing. It's a channel whereby you can reach the new generation. You can talk to them. You can explain to them your concept in a funny way sometimes, in a serious way sometimes, on different channels. You speak different languages on different channels. As long as you are adding value to your business, you are increasing or expanding your network with your database, with your customers, and which are the most important. I told you, they are the epicenter of the epicenter.
But now, Toufic Kreidieh, your personal brand is really big. And what is the benefits that brought you personally from having a big personal brand?
Personally, it gave me happiness and satisfaction in terms of how much people now, when they see me on the street or they see me, anywhere, they feel that there is no boundary between me and them. I find them approaching me, telling me their feedback about the product, about the business, about anything. I think this is what really it benefited me.
And now what?
And also the business, of course.
It benefited the business.
Of course.
How come?
People now see me, you're brands for less. Lots of my followers, they don't know even my name, or they forget my name, and say, you're the guy from Brands for Less. So this is good.
I was speaking with a few founders, Sarwa, if you know the guy, and he was like, Mahmoud, when I post something on my personal Instagram page, it gets more traction if I post it on the company Instagram page.
Yes, and it's the same in my case.
So you get more engagement on your own personal page
Yes,
than
yes.
Brands for Less.
Yes, because I tell you something, people like to connect with a human being. Again, you understand me? At the end of the day, all companies out there trying to promote the business. All what you are trying to do is you are humanizing your business. So your business becomes human. And once your business becomes human, the probability of connection of followers with it is much more higher than the brand itself.
That's so true because people buy from people. They don't
Yes.
buy from brands.
Yes.
And that's the problem I see where people who are trying to walk in your steps and try to promote their business, they come as very promotional and very suit and a tie. And like, I don't really connect with them. On the other side, you come as very authentic on Instagram. So that's why, I mean, we can really connect to you.
Yes.
And now, what advice would you offer to young entrepreneurs who are just starting their journey in the business and the world today?
I want to tell them, keep on chasing your dreams. Everyone has the chance and has a very big chance to make it. Don't give up easily. Don't think about your work-life balance. And this, I always say it. Don't think at the beginning of your journey of your work-life balance. You have to work and you have to work hard and think only about the work. Trust me, after a while, when things settle, you will be much more happy, much more content, much more balanced human being.
Work-life balance does not exist.
At the beginning, no.
When you start working for yourself, it's really hard to separate weekends, afternoons.
Yes. You will be 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, fully dedicated to what you are doing, to your work plan.
And after, I mean, you're now a founder of a unicorn and you already accomplished almost everything you want to achieve. What still wakes you up in the morning and you have so much appetite and energy? And even when I ask the people that works with you, they're like, Mahmoud, he's always energized. I don't know where he gets his energy from. Where do you get it from?
Mahmoud, I tell you something. I get it from many places. I get it from me going to the office and seeing that the managers or the people that we hired before are leading the whole organization today. I get it from looking in the faces of my children who are growing and me going and thinking how the succession is going to take place and how they are shaping their future. I take it from people that I try to go and help on daily basis in their personal life and what effect I'm giving and what I'm transferring from what God has given me to other people. This is what gets me excited every single day.
And now what's the next chapter for you? What are you focused on for the next 10 years?
We are focusing now, Brands for Less is going, as I told you, global. We started lately going into different new region. Of course, we are still cementing our presence in the Middle East. In addition to that, we started our Southeast Asia operation. We opened in Singapore and in Malaysia, and we are planning to, increase our territory slowly but surely.
And that's an inspiring vision. So where can our audience learn more about you, about your business, or about your personal brand?
Either they come in the shop and I'm more than happy to meet them every day, or through the social media.
Okay.
If they are looking for something that's more of business content,
Sure.
my LinkedIn, I always post there. If they're looking for more fun and personal interaction, the other platforms on social media.